Look around you. From the towering skyscrapers that touch the clouds to the massive bridges spanning wide rivers and even the smallest tools in our hands, iron is the silent architect of our modern world. It is the backbone of our civilization, providing the strength and structure for everything we build. We often take this cold, gray metal for granted, assuming it is just another part of our planet's crust. But iron carries a mystery that stretches far beyond our atmosphere, back to the very dawn of time and across the vast, silent reaches of the cosmos. Today, we are going on an extraordinary journey to uncover the true origin of iron, a journey that leads from the violent hearts of dying stars to the ancient verses of a sacred book. To understand where iron truly came from, we must look up at the night sky. Modern science has revealed a breathtaking truth. Iron was not born on Earth. In fact, our planet, powerful and ancient as it is, simply does not have the intense heat or the staggering pressure required to forge this heavy element. Iron is the product of a stellar forge. It is born deep within the cores of massive stars, many times larger than our Sun. Inside these cosmic giants, a process called nuclear fusion takes place. For millions of years, these stars burn hydrogen and helium, creating lighter elements. But as the star nears its final stage, it begins to create heavier elements like carbon, oxygen, and silicon. Finally, it creates iron. Iron is the star's masterpiece, but it is also its final breath. Once a star begins to produce iron in its core, it can no longer sustain its internal energy. The balance is broken, and the star's life draws to a close. Supernova, the cosmic delivery system. When the core of a massive star is saturated with iron, it becomes unstable. In a fraction of a second, the star can no longer support its own immense gravity and collapses inward. This collapse triggers one of the most violent and spectacular events in the universe, a supernova explosion. This explosion is so incredibly powerful that it shines brighter than an entire galaxy for weeks. In this cataclysmic event, the iron that took millions of years to form is blasted out into the dark, cold vacuum of space. Along with other heavy elements, this metallic stardust wanders through the galaxy for eons. It travels across light years, eventually becoming part of vast clouds of gas and dust, from which new planets and solar systems are born. Every piece of iron you have ever touched was once at the heart of an exploding star. Arrival on Earth, the metallic rain. Billions of years ago, when our solar system was still forming and the Earth was a young, chaotic world of molten rock, it was bombarded by a heavy rain from the heavens. Massive iron-rich meteorites, remnants of those ancient supernovae, crashed into our developing planet. Because iron is incredibly dense and heavy, it didn't stay on the surface of the molten Earth. Instead, it sank deep, plunging through the liquid layers toward the very center. This accumulation of heavy metal formed the Earth's solid inner core and its liquid outer core. This iron heart is what turned our planet into a massive magnet, generating the invisible magnetic field that surrounds us today. Without this gift from the stars, Earth would be a barren wasteland, constantly scorched by lethal solar radiation. Iron didn't just arrive on Earth, it gave Earth its protective shield. Divine revelation. The miracle of Surah Al-Hadid. What makes this scientific journey even more profound is a discovery made not through telescopes, but through ancient scripture. Over 1,400 years ago, at a time when humans knew nothing about supernovae or stellar fusion, the Holy Quran spoke of this cosmic event. In Surah Al-Hadid, which literally means the iron, verse 25 states, "And we sent down iron, wherein is great might and benefits for mankind." The specific Arabic word used here is anzalna, which means we sent down. For centuries, scholars thought this was metaphorical, but today, modern astronomy confirms it as a literal scientific fact. Iron was not an original part of the Earth's crust. It was quite literally sent down from the sky through meteorite bombardment. This perfect harmony between 14th century revelation and 21st century science is nothing short of miraculous. The mathematical signature. The miracle of iron in the Quran goes even deeper into the realm of mathematics. In the language of science, the atomic number of iron is 26. Remarkably, the numerical value or abjad value of the word al-hadid in Arabic is exactly 26. But the connection doesn't end there. Surah Al-Hadid is the 57th chapter of the Quran. Coincidentally, 57 is the atomic weight of one of the stable isotopes of iron found in nature. Furthermore, the word iron appears in verse 25, and if you count the verses from the beginning of the surah, including the opening Bismillah, you reach the very center of the chapter. These precise mathematical matches serve as a divine signature, suggesting that the book of Scripture and the book of nature were written by the same hand. Iron in the blood, the life force. Iron is not only in the ground beneath our feet, it is flowing within our very veins. It is the key ingredient in hemoglobin, the protein in our red blood cells that captures oxygen from the air we breathe and transports it to every cell in our body. Without iron, our cells would starve for oxygen, and life as we know it would cease to exist. Every breath you take is made possible by those iron atoms that were forged billions of years ago in the hearts of distant stars. We are, in the most literal sense, made of stardust. This metal from the heavens is what allows us to live, breathe, and experience the world. Conclusion. A grand design. Look around you. From the towering skyscrapers that touch the clouds to the massive bridges spanning wide rivers and even the smallest tools in our hands, iron is the silent architect of our modern world. It is the backbone of our civilization, providing the strength and structure for everything we build. We often take this cold, gray metal for granted, assuming it is just another part of our planet's crust. But iron carries a mystery that stretches far beyond our atmosphere, back to the very dawn of time and across the vast, silent reaches of the cosmos. Today, we are going